So my grandfather, Leonard Gentine, started the company back in 1953, so we're celebrating 70 years of being in business at the end of this month. And when I look at the foundation that my grandfather built, you know, all around kind of hiring good people and treating them like family, at the core of that is showing mutual support and respect and caring for people. And that's something that I've held with me, you know, through my younger years being raised by my mom and dad, certainly through all of the activities in scouting has been really core to really the person who I've become, which has put me in a great spot to be able to kind of carry on the legacy of my grandfather as a third generation member of the Gentine family at Sargento. I think one of the things that makes a great leader is just, you know, being kind of a humble person that listens, shows empathy, shows great support and respect. And all of those things are attributes that I had the opportunity to begin to learn and be exposed to through scouting. You know, but those are the things that I think are core to being a good leader, and scouting definitely played a role in that. The scout leaders really had that opportunity to put the greatest impact on me. And, you know, I was fortunate enough to have a lot of them. Phil Davis, Gary Manthe, Jerry Velker, Conrad Barrows, Don Glaubig, you know, all of those people really had an opportunity to shape the individual that I am today. Many of my friends in my troop, we did receive our Eagle Scout. And again, I think we were just surrounded by great scout leaders that made an impact on all of our lives, and kind of we all pushed each other to achieve that Eagle rank. Well, I really appreciate being nominated to be one of the 50 Eagle Scouts to get to know. It's humbling. You know, I don't really kind of broadcast the fact that I'm an Eagle Scout. I think that that's something that, you know, just I did to kind of help further myself. So, you know, being recognized, you know, for this honor and that recognition of achieving the Eagle Scout, it feels pretty good, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry for not being able to be here with you tonight. I am on a vacation right now with my wife, Paula. We've been married for over 26 years, but really happy to have this opportunity to be nominated as one of the 50 Eagle Scouts you want to get to know.
My name is Captain Ben Oakes, and I'd like to welcome you to the bridge of the USS New York, currently pierside at Naval Station Norfolk. I regret not being with you for what I'm sure is a wonderful night at Lambeau Field, as our ship will be at sea conducting surface warfare advanced tactics and training during this event. I would like to congratulate the incredible men and women being honored tonight. Jordy, you are still my mom's favorite Packer. Thank you for coming back to retire as a Packer, and congratulations on your 2023 Packers Hall of Fame induction. My three boys were most disappointed we couldn't be there to meet you. Growing up in Cedarburg, Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts were always part of my life. My dad is an Eagle Scout, and he, more than anyone else, set a positive example for me through the years and inspired me to work hard towards the rank of Eagle when I had competing priorities from school, church, work, and sports. The drive, commitment, and follow-through and humility it takes to earn the rank of Eagle are some of the best life lessons that I believe scouting provides our young men and women today. Many of my friends chose to drop out of Scouts and follow more popular paths. I'm often reminded in life that the popular path isn't always the one that is going to provide the most personal growth or have the most impact on the world today. So Dad, thanks for pushing me. One of the most challenging and memorable experiences in Scouts was leading a crew of my fellow Troop 830 Scouts on a trip to Philmont Scout Ranch in New Mexico. The lessons I learned in peer leadership, pushing through long days, and challenging and motivating others during that trip have been instrumental throughout my 24 years in the Navy. Every merit badge I earned provided me some aspect of personal growth, but two stand out the most. I found wilderness survival to be the most fun and life-changing. There is something enchanting about being a young boy and walking into the woods to build a shelter to help you survive for a night. The other was whitewater canoeing. This was by far the most challenging merit badge that I earned. It was also the most frightening. I found the Wolf River running through Camp Gardner Dam to be unforgiving and humbling at times. Service was always part of one of my favorite parts of scouting. Putting on a scout uniform and going out in public to work hard for the benefit of others always brought a sense of pride, and it continues to do so today as I continue to wear the Navy uniform. For my Eagle Scout project, I helped rejuvenate an outdoor nature learning center at my elementary school in Cedarburg. The project brought me my love of teamwork, nature, woodworking, and education into one, and I hope the kids who got to experience it found the same love of the outdoors and school that I had during my childhood. I took every lesson I learned in Scouts with me to the Naval Academy after graduating high school, and I quickly realized there were only a handful of others in my academy class who had made it to Eagle. The skills scouting afforded me no doubt helped me stay focused during my 4 years at the academy and find success in my naval career. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for being there to represent the many successes of the Bay Lakes Council over the past 50 years. Go Navy, beat Army.
Hi, everybody. My name's Brad Smith, and I'm the Vice Chair and President of Microsoft Corporation, a company you've probably heard of, a big technology company. Every day, I have the privilege, I have the pleasure, I have the fun of leading a team with thousands of people that work in more than 100 countries around the world on everything from Xbox and video games to the cloud and artificial intelligence, not to mention email and things like Microsoft Word. In some ways, I think I get to do the things that I get to do in part because of the experiences and the skills I developed when I was in scouting. I joined Scouts when I was in grade school in Racine, and I became an Eagle Scout in Appleton after my family had moved there when I was in the 8th grade. There are things that I loved about scouting. One of the things I loved was that with all of the merit badges you could pursue, you could find the ones that you were really most interested in. And for somebody like me who became a lawyer who's worked on public issues around the world, you probably won't be surprised to hear that I got citizenship in the home and citizenship in the community and citizenship in the nation and citizenship in the world. And I still have a really fond memory in Appleton of going and having to pass the merit badge test with somebody who was a local judge. That was a big deal, to go to his home and have him quiz me and meet somebody who was a judge. There were other things that were more arduous. They were hard. When I started in scouting, you only needed 21 merit badges, not 24, to become an Eagle Scout. But you had to do this other thing that was just so difficult. In order to get first class, you had to memorize and master Morse code. I hated that. And then after I finally did it and got that first class award, they abolished the Morse code requirement but said, now you've got to get 24 merit badges rather than 21. I was like, really? You just changed the goalpost after I got past the hardest part of the field? But I continued. And I think for me, like for many people, scouting was about multiple things. It was about the life skills. Oh my gosh, every day I'm happy that I got a merit badge in life saving, that I got a merit badge in first aid. Those kinds of things have stuck with me always in my everyday life. It was the subject matter, the substance, and that was the great thing about the merit badges. Not just the kinds of things I've described, but things like environmental science, well ahead of its time when you think about the role of climate issues today. But even more than that, more importantly perhaps than all of that, it was lessons in leadership, opportunities to work with other people, to figure out how to forge common bonds, be a great teammate, help other people. All of that I got out of scouting, and all of that I apply each and every day. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Eric Wallerman. I'm based here in Kansas City, Missouri. I lead the Kansas City National Security Campus. We produce 80% of the non-nuclear components that go into nuclear weapons. Honeywell manages this contract and has been managing it since 1949. Been here for the last 3 years, 3.5 years actually, and with Honeywell 18 years. Very proud to be recognized today as an Eagle Scout. To all those fellow Eagle Scouts out there, thank you, and I appreciate the recognition. The Scouting program has made a big impact for me. If I didn't reach an Eagle Scout, I don't know if I would have got the first job that I applied for. But the fundamentals that are there are very practical in your personal life as well as your professional life. I've had the ability to get a lot of diverse experiences, interact with a lot of different people, and that applies very much in the world today, whether that was my career or others in the community that are looking to make the most of their career development and personal development. Leadership's a very important role in scouting. When I was a scout, I enjoyed being the patrol leader, and supporting all the way up, the whole troop in various leadership roles. That applied very much into the working world. It applied in how I interacted with my friends. I've moved into leadership, early in my career here at Honeywell. And have been able to continue to apply myself and then share that back into the community. We have a strong engagement here. We donate close to $1 million a year back in the community here in Kansas City and in Albuquerque, where we have facilities and have great partnerships tied with scouting and STEM to really make an impact in what we do and transferring the leadership skills I learned as well as my employees have learned back into the community. So I just want to say thanks for the recognition. Apologize I couldn't be there with all these distinguished guests today. It's quite an honor, and I will say go Pack Go. Thanks.